where should I go? When I checked into the cabin, I took a free magazine about the area in the reception desk and found this article about Nasafjäll. I immediately knew I wanted to go there. Done and done, let's pack up the car and go. I decided to hike from Norway up the mountains over to Sweden, because from the Swedish side, it's about 50 to 60 kilometers one way, but from the Norwegian side, it's a mere 7 to 8 kilometers one way. After arriving, I got my gear ready for the day after and then settled in my little camper combi and watched my favorite thrifter and reseller Laura Caldwell and made some embroidery. During the whole hike up there, the landscape was completely immersed in a thick fog and roaring winds tugged at me. One could think that would make me a miserable hiker. But actually no. After days with a lot of stimuli, it was actually kind of nice to just see the trail markings ahead of you and just walk. There was nothing to take in. It all felt quite calming. Arriving at the mining site sure had a tiny bit of an eerie feel to it with the mist and the silhouettes of old abandoned buildings and mining carts. Because of the weather, I had my lunch in this old miner's cabin, and after that I went out to check out the place some more. Exploring is always a bit nicer when you have changed your soaking wet socks for fresh dry ones. Walking around, I found a lot of quartz and other nice-looking rocks. A place like this have a special feeling to me. I feel sad and a little unnerved thinking about the people working here. Some of them are actually even buried up here. This mine was active in the 17th to 20th century. And even now, more than 200 years after operation has ceased here, the water in this area is deemed undrinkable because of high concentrations of heavy metals like lead. Before leaving, the fog and clouds lifted and I got to enjoy the wonderful view. After I came down, I got back in the car and went over to Sweden again and spent my last day in Hemavan. I decided to just go on a nice and easy hike towards Syterskalet and just enjoy the sun and the views, soaking it all in before it was time to head back home. I am so thankful for this trip, and I really, really look forward to the next time I can go. Thank you for joining me on this trip and on this little adventure. I hope you have enjoyed the scenery and maybe got some thoughts about if you want to go camping as well. I can highly recommend it. You should really try it.